Hello, Mr. Smith. I enjoyed observing your class today, and I'd like to go back over it and let's talk about some great points and possibly anything that we think we could improve on. I really liked how you connected the pizza example for the volume formula activity. Way to get the kids' attention. It's something they're really interested in, working on that relationship with them and helping them to really connect with you and know that you are real. And it was really nice to see you using the students' names. So again, there's some personal touch there. You're able to talk with them, and they know that you are invested in them and care about them. The objective you shared for the day, that was nice to have that up there for them, so then they are able to see exactly what is expected for the day and what you'll be covering, and then discussing it a little bit. Using the application for when you hand wrote the formula and you changed it into the typed out formula, that is really great for the fact that sometimes kids can't understand or comprehend our handwriting. That breaks it into a really great way of seeing it very crisp. I do have a few things that we'd like to talk about that we could grow on. When you were doing the breakouts with the students, I was kind of thinking that working along the lines of doing more checking in on them. You're going to be with the ones that needed the most help, but always want to be checking in on the other ones, the ones that are doing great or the ones that have a few questions. Checking in on the breakouts would be beneficial to all of the students. I didn't really understand per se with the conversation about somebody, them being jelly. I understand that's being jealous, but what we were discussing, or if that was important to have in the lesson. I would like to see us find a way to do more student feedback. Maybe that they are able to engage more. That can be done with many different things. Virtually, I understand it's a little different than in the class raising your hand, or but maybe you guys could use an activity that gives them more engagement, maybe a little less of it being kind of a lecture, just to them, and that way they can be invested in it a little bit more. And again, with that, it maybe would help build relationships as well. It looks like there were a lot of opportunities to challenge the students themselves, for them to challenge themselves, I should say, in choosing, for instance, the breakout rooms. If they felt confident enough, they could go to that independent room and build, self-esteem when they're able to do that and do such a great job on their own. You are meeting the objectives for the year. I like seeing that being written out and being very obvious right there in the lesson itself, so the students can go back to that and they have questions to address it that way. I really liked how you were helping them with their future endeavors on the calculator. Sometimes students don't know the best choices for things, and with you give them the suggestion of a calculator that maybe isn't as expensive but is very functional for what the needs are. That is very helpful for the students, again, to be beneficial to their growth. I'd like to give you a few strategies to think about. The students can help drive your lesson in the respect of having ownership with it. Like I was saying, a little less lecture, a little bit more of them involving, kind of that way that they are a little less distracted. Being at home, there's a lot of things going on around, and if they're engaging more, not just listening, they may get a lot more out of the lesson and have more ownership for it. There are a lot of applications you could use to do that. A suggestion of using any of the online collaborative documents, such as Google Docs or Slides or Google Sheets, which, depending on what kind of product you need, That way the students can all contribute to it, input on it, and then it would be able to go back to, like, as for notes in the future. Also engaging maybe in a think, pair, share approach to that. They can think about it, share on a document, and then pair up and then share it on the document. But overall, it was a well-driven assignment and engaging for the students. And if you ever have questions or need help, please let me know. I'm here to support you.